Wichita, Kansas is in the building. The 316 stand up. Say, hey, Willie, what's happening? Say, Duval is checking in for the midday news. That's what's up. Appreciate y'all. Just keep on coming on in like you're supposed to. Out here in these streets, say, come in smashing the thumbs up button. I appreciate that right there. New Mexico is up in here. Say, where you been? I'm gonna talk about it. Columbus, Georgia is checking in. Say, let's get it. Say, hey, Willie, the 801 Salt Lake City, Utah is back in his mother for 30 minutes of 5 minutes. Watch 23, 6, and your 9. That's what's up. That's what's up. Say, finally called it live. What's happening? I appreciate you for being here. The 727 Clearwater, Florida is back in the. Say, Pastor, bring that fire. I'm finna do the best that I can because y'all don't know what is being taught to your children out here in school. I'm trying to tell you. I'm finna tell you something. I'm finna show you something. I'm finna show you what they teaching you because, you know, us as good parents, we do care about the curriculum that the schools have for our children that we love so much and because they so dear to our heart out here. Shout out to Deacon Bruh Emmett for being a member for 2 months. That's what it say on the screen. Say driving, but we love, but we live. Damn it, I appreciate that right there. If anybody else would like to join, become a member, there's a join button right up under where you see in the player at. And I do understand if you're on Apple, you really can't do it right now until you get to somebody's house. Get on a regular computer, laptop, something like that, and join the player. Go ahead on and do that right there. In case you don't know, I am Willie Williams. Appreciate y'all for joining me. Everything that y'all see me do, everything that y'all see me on, everything that y'all see my name attached to, please go ahead on and subscribe. I ain't even gonna hold you. This is the midday news. Let's go right on ahead on to get on into it because can somebody tell Frank? If you're up in New York, we looking for you, Frank. We need to turn yourself in, Playboy. Shout out to Mr. Gino and say welcome to showing you. Wait. Welcome to showing your support. I appreciate that right there. Wait. Oh, he just became a member. I appreciate it. Listen. They put something different on there right there. It say, welcome to showing your support. It used to say a member, whatever you say, I don't forget. That's what's up. Shout out to Mr. Gino for becoming a member. I appreciate that right there. Shout out to Cooper for the $5 cash app. Say I love your commentary, Pastor. I appreciate that right there. I appreciate the support as I do out here in the screen. Shout out to Polo for the $2.25 cash app. Say Riley here. Hashtag my wife B-Day soon. Say we gonna bless you. I appreciate that. And happy birthday to the wife soon when it come up. Remind me again, and I shout out again. I sure enough appreciate you. I sure enough do. We got one more here. And shout out to Obadiah for the $3 cash app. Say for the midday fight. He always coming through. I appreciate that right there. Say, Willie, you was MIA last night. What happened? Let me go ahead and speak on it real quick. In case a lot of people didn't know, and a lot of people who don't do YouTube, who don't have multiple accounts, multiple channels and stuff like that. You may have not known what happened yesterday, that YouTube kind of crashed. YouTube kind of crashed yesterday to where you could not do certain things. You couldn't check your algorithm. You couldn't change between different accounts, which put me in a situation to where I couldn't change back to the account that I'm on right now to go live. It was down for a few hours, and because it was down, I did decide to do something else, try to make some paper out here. You know what I'm saying? So I had to go on and do that, and then by the time I noticed, hey, bam, it's back up, it's too late. You know, so I just said, well, hell, I just take it as a loss and just come on back today with some fire. And that's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead on and move right on into it. Can somebody tell Frank, we looking for him? Look here.
I spoke with police sources. They tell me so far there is no one in custody at this point. There is still that massive search for the person of interest in this case who's been identified as Frank James, someone who took a road trip here to the city. And our police want to know if he was the one who was responsible for causing all this terror in the subway.
They're talking about the terror in the subway that happened in the subway in New York, where it's fireworks and shit, where smoke, and they say people were shooting and stuff.
This morning, a massive manhunt for Frank James.
I told you so about New York, and it's only going to get worse. He can't stop no crime in those subways.
This 62-year-old is a person of interest in the Brooklyn subway rampage. Seen in a ranting YouTube post hours before, 10 people were shot and more than a dozen others hurt Tuesday morning. Police say someone on the N train put on a gas mask, detonated 2 smoke bombs, then opened fire in a crowded rush-hour car.
He then fired that weapon at least 33 times, striking 10 people. The male then fled the scene, and detectives are actively trying to determine his whereabouts.
People on board the train poured out amid a cloud of smoke, others falling to the floor, bleeding heavily.
These people are mortified. They're coming out screaming, throwing people aside.
Where you at, Frank?
Over,
That's what's
stepping
up.
on people. I hear gun, bomb, he's shooting, get down.
Among the commuter casualties, 7 men and 3 women. Each was rushed to area hospitals, most in critical condition, but all survived.
You know, it's strange they said that 10 people got shot, and I'm not gonna say what I'm thinking, because they have pulled people off of social media for saying, when it come down to situations like this, for saying kind of like the opposite. I'm just here to say I don't believe everything that's being told to me and or shown to me. I'm gonna leave that part right there.
13 others suffered injuries from the panic, shrapnel, or the fight to flee the station.
Never thought I would be a bystander to something like this. It was a pretty scary situation to be in.
Say Frank sitting back watching the Willie Williams show, getting something strong. I'm trying to tell you, Frank, pay attention, Frank. I'm gonna tell you something.
Last night, detectives tracked down a U-Haul in Gravesend they say James rented, not far from where they believe the suspect boarded the train. They also found personal items belonging to the shooter, including this Glock handgun and a hatchet seen in photos. Authorities are not calling it an act of terrorism at this time.
They'll be able to identify the motive and the intentionality behind it.
We know this incident is of grave concern to New Yorkers. We
Shout that baby out for having a real. Go ahead.
cannot lose sight of victims in this city. We will use every resource we can to bring those to justice who continue to prey on the citizens of New York.
Okay. What's up?
So far, there's no word on a motivation behind this attack. Police are offering a $50,000 reward for anyone who turns in the suspect. Reporting live in Sunset Park, I'm Anthony DiLorenzo, Pix 11 News.
They say who turns in the suspect. In a couple other videos, they were saying, well, he's not a suspect. He's just a person of interest. Just somebody that we need to talk to. Now you got to ask yourself, and I do know, shout out to the great investigators that we have in the great United States of America, because y'all sure enough found him quick. Y'all found a person of interest real quick. Y'all found the U-Haul van real quick. I say out here in these streets, everything. People need to be recording, and it's my peoples from New York not having their phones out. I have seen it, probably like 2 videos. Well, 2 videos of someone on the train recording. I finally saw a video probably like 20 minutes ago where I finally heard some gunshots that was recorded. Just in my mind, I just... But Frank, player, we need you to come on down to the station, Playboy. Listen. Frank, let me help you out. It's in your best interest to go on and turn yourself in, because you got people in that state is real mad at you. When at first they said that you wasn't the suspect, and they went to continuously in multiple videos call you a person of interest and saying that you're not a suspect. So I don't know if you're going to be a suspect or the person of interest. But they say that they got a bag. They got a bag with all the works in it or some shit. I don't know, man.
CBS 2 has obtained surveillance video that appears to show suspect Frank James on his way to allegedly carrying out the Brooklyn subway shooting. The video shows James wearing a reflective vest, wheeling a cart down the street and carrying a bag. Police suspect James opened fire on the subway, shooting 10 people. The NYPD has also just released new images of James. There is a $50,000 reward in this case.
That's what's up. The image that they
new images of James.
That's the new image of James. That look like every construction worker or union worker in New York, don't it? I'm just saying he looked like everybody. I don't. All right. And if he's smart, he wouldn't wear the same shit that y'all just posted up there. I don't. Because believe you me, like a Cola Bell, he watching the news. And he may be watching the Willie Williams show. Somebody said, listen, it's 50. 50 could change your life. But then you also have to, now, I do understand we got hell of a surveillances and all that stuff. We got the technology to backtrack, to backtrace. And I'm pretty sure that that's what they did. They backtraced, damn it, they had like a room of people, because I saw this on movies. They have like a room of people, everybody have unlimited resources, and everybody have computers, and everybody have all of the street cams, the sub cams. They have all that there, and we're gonna backtrack it, and we're gonna go through every person. And they found a YouTube. Because he said something about somebody can't protect New York, or I guess protect the subway. I don't know how they do it, but they are amazing. I just want to say that, and to all of the people who was in fear and who was afraid and who have never thought that they would be a part of this type of situation, I just want to say congratulations. You made it through. You're still on Earth. But for 10 people to be shot, multiple people in the subway, on the subway platform, me personally, only saw one person laying on the ground and one person who they had on a gurney or a the ambulance bed, getting into the ambulance or some shit like that. That's all that I saw when everybody got a camera. Listen, my condolences to everybody. Just be careful out there. I just wanted to go ahead on and point that out. I ain't saying nothing, but I'm just saying. We're going to leave it right there because I don't want to get pulled down out here in the goddamn street for my opinion, because my number one thing is, see, and what you just wrote, Keisha, I ain't gonna say that, because that's what has gotten other YouTubers taken off of YouTube. So I'm not trying to say it out loud, but y'all kind of know what I'm talking about. Shout out to Prophet Made for the $3 cash out. Say salute on, say get those likes, subs, and donate. People, I appreciate that right there. I appreciate all that y'all do for a player. Say, hey, Sugar, just woke up to a lie. Say, Tyler, Texas is in this fire. I'm trying to tell you something. Appreciate you being here. Look here, we got to move right along because this is the midday news. They say a family of an 11-year-old. Y'all shooting 11-year-olds now? That's so cute.
For the first time from a DeKalb County family after an 11-year-old was shot in the head at a Decatur skating rink.
Tonight, he is still in
at the skating rink. Remember, they shot an adult at a bowling alley. That's what's
the hospital fighting for his life as police search for the gunman. We want to get straight out to Tracy A. McPeer with the very latest. Tracy?
Well, Damari Johnson's family told me this afternoon that they think the
that green don't look right on you, baby, but go ahead.
Gunman purposely targeted him here on Saturday night in the skating rink's parking lot. And now they're hoping a video being shared on social media will help lead
the news women is up to par today. You right about that?
To an arrest.
My grandson is fighting for his life now.
That's 11-year-old.
He's in critical condition. and this shouldn't happen to no family.
Stephanie Johnson says she was devastated when she learned her 11-year-old grandson, Damari, was shot in the head Saturday night outside Golden Glide in Decatur.
And we didn't know whether he was dead or alive. And he just went to the skating rink to have fun.
According to DeKalb County Police, a fight inside the rink spilled outside into the parking lot. Johnson's family showed us this cell phone video posted on social media. They say Damari is in the white pants and dark hoodie, running with a group of other people across the parking lot. Seconds later, shots are fired. Johnson says there was security at the rink. She just wishes they would have stepped in.
If it was confrontation in the inside, why didn't security call the parents then?
Now Damari's family.
Let me tell you something real quick, baby. They could have called every parent in there. It wouldn't have stopped the shooting, baby. It would not have stopped the fight, baby.
Are praying he recovers and that the shooter will be brought to justice.
Please come forward. My grandson did not deserve this. Damari did not deserve this at all.
He wasn't a target. He became the target. They didn't try to shoot him. They was just shooting, and an innocent bystander got hit. So he wasn't a target. So, I want to say, well, what did he do? Hell, he just went to the skating ring, and when shit popped off, he ran just like the rest of it. I mean, that's what's going to happen. If somebody run, we run. It is what it is. But sometimes we got to teach our children, we got to stop, duck. Stop and stop. Don't run. Look around. Stop. Don't run. Look around. But I do understand that is a child, so a child is going to do what everybody else doing, and that's running. So it's understandable. I'll play a go it on and make it on through. But baby, when you said security,
she just wishes they would have stepped in.
If it was confrontation in the inside, why didn't security call the parents?
Let me tell you typically who security be. If it's not law enforcement, security typically be just a player just from the neighborhood or something like that right there with a security shirt on. He got a whistle and a flashlight. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't really got that type of authority. He can put some people out and try to separate and divide some, but if it pop off, as we saw at a whole bunch of adult facilities or adult events, when shit pop off and they got security, it's going to get worse. It typically does get worse, even with security. But baby, I understand that. Damn it, I guess that's what you're supposed to say. But no, baby.
And now Damari's family are praying he recovers.
Yeah, y'all keep your prayers up. Or for a young player, it's just a lot that's going on. The bowling alley, and then now skating ring, Lemio, you know what I'm saying. So just be careful. Watch 23-6 in your 9, and I don't know what to tell you about you and your children. I can just tell you that we got to just keep on being the good parents that we are, and not really watching them like that. And shout out to all the parents who still drop their children off at the skating ring at 11, 10, 9, 8. Just gonna drop you on off at the skating ring. That's what's up. That's what's up. Moving right along. I'm not even much gonna hold you. Listen, they say a woman. Well, since they say a woman is, because people, they still don't know, but we try to help you out to let you know what a woman is. Someone with the 2 X chromosomes, you can do like in a blood test or something like that. They have different bone structures. They will typically produce with a vagina. Nah, that's really a woman right there. She looks different. Have periods, have children. Can or have the equipment to produce a child. So yeah, that's a woman. Well, they say a woman was killed and a man is critical or was critically injured out here in these streets.
Investigation for us. Side with the latest on that investigation for us, Sean.
Okay, I got that.
Yeah, this crash happened around 7 o'clock last night at South Union and West Route. As you said, Chicago police continue to look for those responsible for the critical injuries to that 20-year-old man and 18-year-old Maisha Jackson. A warning, the video you're about to see may be disturbing for some.
They always throw that out as a disclaimer. It's 2022. The churn is used to this shit. So y'all like typically be saying that for adults, and it's confusing. And just watch what they show us, and they put a disclaimer in front of what they finna show us. Watch.
I'm just here.
The pain.
I can't even wrap my head around this all the way.
Unimaginable.
That's unreal to me.
Baina Atkins lost her only daughter less than 24 hours ago.
Not Maisha. I never thought that at all.
Maisha Jackson, just 18, inside a 2002 Saturn when Chicago police say shots were fired.
I don't know how I feel right now. I don't know what to feel right now.
This police pod camera catching the moment of impact into a brick building. Seconds later, a 2014 Nissan Altima pulls up and more shots are fired. Both Maisha and a 20-year-old man inside were hit.
I just want you to understand. I want y'all to understand. That's what we should have braced ourselves for. A car running into a building that we can barely see and another car pulling up, and if you don't know that they are shooting, you can kind of tell because it's a little smoke coming out. But other than that, what like it was gonna be like damaging to our mental stability or something like that right there, because we just saw that. We have wrecks in our own life that's worse than that right there for you to be throwing up, hey, we're finna show you something. That should be confusing to me. But go ahead.
The chaos captured on Facebook Live when the service group Exxon for Community and Social Change, which works to prevent violence like this, administered CPR and first aid before paramedics got to the scene.
Our team immediately started putting pressure on the wounds of those individuals and keeping them stabilized while we waited on the ambulance and the police to arrive.
Maisha, shot several times, began to lose consciousness.
Just encourage her to live, breathe, stay here with us, stay with us.
Stay here. That she was just fighting for her little life.
The small blessing is that she wasn't alone.
Yeah.
We was with her, so that was a small consolation, I guess.
A consolation for Maisha's mom.
I never thought I'd be sitting here like this, you know. We all gotta go someday, but not like that. She's just 18 years old. She's a baby. She's a baby. I would have took her spot at any given moment. And I appreciate everybody that calls, texts, everything. I appreciate you guys so much for trying to help my baby.
I just want to say to all of the parents who may go through this right here, I do understand that when you lose your child, you will classify them as a baby when they're young. I just want to tell y'all that they are your baby, but they are not a baby. Because if the 18-year-olds is a baby, then what is the 1-year-olds or the 5-year-olds? I'm just throwing it out.
Her mom tells me that Maisha was going to be following in her footsteps by going to nursing school after she graduated from high school in June. If you have any information about this shooting, again, yesterday night around 7 p.m., call Chicago police.
Now, a lot of people may say, well, since she was in the car with a 20-year-old dude, he must have had some ops, or what did he do? But they will automatically put that on somebody tried to knock him off. Somebody tried to kill him. But what if she had the ops and somebody tried to kill her? I'm just telling you, they're going to put it on the dude and it was somebody trying to knock him off and she just so happened to be in the vehicle with him. They could be right. I'm just saying, but like we just never really kind of think about it on the other side. What if it wasn't about him? Maybe it was about her. Just putting something there out here. Talk to your churn, and don't talk to your churn. Do whatever you think is the best thing, and typically whatever you think is the best thing is what you've been doing. So just keep up the good work. I really ain't tripping out here. Shout out to the family. I hope that they gonna pray about it and make it through. And that's what's up. We really ain't tripping on it. I got to move you right along. Where the hell? Wait a minute. Because I think we play too much out here in these streets. Hold up. Oh, no. I can't do that right now. Shout out to BBJ for the $5 super chat. Say Community Patrol just came to pump. Wait. Community Patrol just came to pump. Save that for STD Friday. No, you say they ain't really come to help. You know what I'm saying? They just around. Somebody wrote earlier saying Tyrone Muhammad. Laughing my ass off. Yeah. I kind of understand, because the Tyrone part is supposed to be like a Pook and a Ray Ray, somebody that's out and about. It's supposed to be that community meet. Muhammad falls with Muslims and, you know what I'm saying, man, and they respectable and, you know, stuff like that right now. Listen, I got to move you right along. Players. You better watch 2360 in your 9 and be careful when you is going to pick your child up or dropping your child off. I told y'all, you may have broken up with somebody. That person ain't really broke up with you. Let me show you what I'm talking about. They say a mom is accused of shooting her baby daddy.
Keith, neighbors say they heard gunshots throughout the neighborhood. A car even crashed into this pole, knocking the light off the top. And police say this all started with the child pickup.
This is shocking.
Shaniqua Hudson says she's still processing what went on outside her home.
I think she pregnant too.
Last night.
All I seen was police yellow tape there.
It started with the sound of gunshots. Then
the car hit that pole, and the top of the light pole is down in those people's yard.
Houston police say the person who fired the shots is a mother, upset at the father of their 2 children, who had his current girlfriend in the car during their arranged child drop-off.
People need to think, before they react to something like that.
We spoke to the suspect's grandmother, who lives at the home on Belle Dart. She did not want to go on camera, but told us she answered the door around 9 last night and took her 5-month-old granddaughter inside the home. Moments later, she heard screams from outside to call police. HPD says the father was shot twice here on Belle Dart Street, once in the arm and once in the leg.
When you do the unthinkable like that, it's scary, because the bullets could have went in anyone's house around here. And I have a grandbaby, I have my daughter, I have my son.
Police say the child and the current girlfriend were not injured, and the father had non-life-threatening injuries.
It shouldn't have happened. I mean, it's crazy.
At the HBD said,
say hey, sugar. That's how. Shout out to Maria for the $3 cash. I say Maria from Arkansas. I appreciate you. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
The mother was taken into custody here at the scene, and she's expected to be charged with aggravated assault on family. We're reporting live on the South Side. Sabir Rayford, KPRC 2 News.
Yeah. She's a loving grandmother. Yes. Public service announcement, players, when you're doing the transaction with your kids, trying to get your kids, shit like that right there, don't bring your new la man. Listen, we've seen this before. This is not new. We've seen this before. Don't bring your new piece with you, man. That damn near disrespectful to your baby mama, man. Especially if she look better than your baby mama.
Neighbors say they heard gunshots throughout the neighborhood.
You all got to be careful,
A car even
man.
crashed into this pole, knocking the light off the
Hold on. And I was going to say something else. Because she being charged with what?
HBD says the mother was taken into custody here at the scene, and she's expected to be charged with aggravated assault on family. We'll report
Aggravated assault on family. On what family? Or are they considering the baby daddy's family? I'm confused.
Into this pole, knocking the light off the top, and police say this all started with the child pickup.
What kind of charge is that, though? She shot him in the arm and the leg, but he gonna be all right. So they not gonna charge her with attempted murder or something? Nah, we ain't doing that. Oh, that just his baby mama, so he ain't pressing charges. I don't, just saying.
This is shocking.
Yeah, like not attempted murder, like what is we doing? I don't. When you use a gun to shoot at somebody or shoot a person, should that not be attempted murder?
Well, Hudson says she's still
say it's only an arm. Come on now.
processing
Y'all
what went on
crying back.
outside her home last
I see why she got peed in, but go
night.
And all I seen was police yellow tape there.
It started with the sound of gunshots. Then
the car hit that pole, and the top of the light pole is down in those people's yard.
Houston police say the person who fired
I love the way that she's conducting herself in this interview. Appreciate you, baby.
the shots is a mother upset at the father of their 2 children who had his current girlfriend in the car during their arranged child drop-off.
Oh, so they got 2 children together. I shit. Player. Y'all got 2 together and y'all done separated and divided and you done moved on. We gotta ask another question. Yeah, a pregnant grandma. Keep up the good work. Keep up the good work, grandma. Shit. If that monkey's still functioning, have at it, babies. We ain't tripping. We gotta ask, well, what did he do? Did the new chick say something? Was the new chick out of pocket? Hell, was the new chick one of her friends? Or one of her ex-friends? Or one of her family members? Or one of her ops? You know what I'm saying? Hell, what did he say slick? Did the new girl braid his daughter hair or some shit? Or braid his son hair? What? There's a whole bunch of things. Yeah. Wait, the grandma is pregnant. Watch. Hold on. There she go right there, old cutie.
She's still processing.
You see why she got peed in? We get it.
Saying what would
say granny 38 years old. Hell, she might be 33. She ain't
her home last night.
And all I seen was police yellow tape there.
It started with the sound of gunshots. Then
the car hit that pole, and the top of the light pole is down in those people's yard.
Houston police say the person who fired the shots is a mother upset at the father of their 2 children who had his current girlfriend in the car during their arranged child drop-off.
You say the grandma just might be bad built. In my studies, you might be right. But that dude look like a plate. Damn it, that dude look like a baby in a damn stomach. I don't know.
People need to think, before they
that baby don't look a day over 32. Trying to tell you something.
React to something like that.
We spoke to the suspect's grandmother who lives at the home on Belle Dart. She did not want to go on camera but told us she answered the door around 9 last night and took her 5-month-old granddaughter inside the home.
Say she ain't pregnant, she just had one too many last night. Here it is.
Later, she heard screams from outside to call police. HPD says the father was shot twice here on Belle Dart Street, once in the arm and once in the leg.
When you do the unthinkable like that, it's scary because the bullets could have went in anyone's house around here, and I have a grandbaby, I have my daughter, I have my son.
Police say the child and the current girlfriend were not injured, and the father had non-life-threatening injuries.
It shouldn't have happened. I mean, it's crazy.
But you'll do it too, right, baby? Listen. Shout her out for being professional as she did the interview. But baby, baby, from me to you, baby. You a pop player too. Don't get it. If he slid up with his new la la, he shouldn't have tried that baby. I mean,
At HBC, the HBD
now I will see why she would get pregnant too, but
he says the mother was taken into custody here at the scene, and she's expected to be charged with aggravated assault on family. We're reporting live on the South Side. Severe rape.
Charged with aggravated assault on family. What family? No one was hit except the baby daddy in the arm and in the leg, and he gonna make it through. Oh. Hey, boy, I'm so educated. Look. I just had a quick thought, and we're gonna move on. Because we keep missing the words that were just used. And let me just make sure that the words used properly.
That happened. I mean, it's crazy.
Here I go.
At HBC, the HBD says the mother was taken into custody here at the scene, and she's expected to be charged with aggravated assault on family.
Stop. Y'all know where I'm going. We were just complaining aggravated assault on family, even though we still need an attempted murder charge. But aggravated assault on family. Key word, family. Who was shot? The baby daddy. Family. Who was shot? Baby daddy. Charged with assault on family. Who got shot? The baby daddy. So are they telling us that her and the baby daddy family? I'm just using it. That man, like my mama used to say, use your head for more than a hat rack. Willie. Say, Willie, my job keep interrupting your show. Listen, just don't let them find out what you're doing. Please don't let them find out what you're doing. Shout out to Sammy for the $5 super chat. Say the girlfriend might be her family. The reason she charged on family time. That could be it. His new la could be her family. And or the baby daddy is like her cousin or her brother. Kinfolk. Third cousin, second cousin, kinfolk. He family. That's what's up. I got to move it right along. I'm trying to tell you. Woo, it's a strange thing that we do out here in these streets. Listen, since we talking about what? We about to talk about these children that you love so much out here in these streets. Let's go down these paths right now. Right now. Let me go ahead and put this up on the screen. Shout out to Stephanie. What her last name? Stephanie Sin. Sin, S-I-N, Stephanie Sin. Well, Stephanie Sin is the baby that I'm about to show you right now. A San Francisco mother, woman, flies. They say damn near 2,000 miles. About a 14, 15-year-old piece of meat.
Fox 2's Jessica Dubnak joining us live. And Jessica, sounds like this woman had some big plans here for a trip to Michigan.
Yeah, we're talking about 33-year-old Stephanie Sin. She actually rented a house in Royal Oak for a month in hopes of spending a lot of time with the 15-year-old local boy you mentioned. And now she's in a whole lot of trouble for it.
The female then started sending Ubers to the 15-year-old's house to pick him up, and who knows what happens if he had gotten into that Uber.
A
he was gonna get hunched, but go ahead.
15-year-old boy from Novi spooked after the 33-year-old woman he'd been chatting with for a year flew 2,000 miles from California to see him. Stephanie Sin allegedly.
Stephanie, hey, sugar. They got you, baby. They got you on a bulletproof vest, baby. Go.
Rented a house in Royal Oak for a month to take their tryst from the phone to in person.
They begin talking casually, and then it advances to more sexually explicit talk.
They met on an unnamed phone app when the boy was just 14. It went on for a year.
Say she made real plans. Yup.
Novi Police Lieutenant Jason Meyer says they moved in on Sin at her Airbnb Sunday night.
She was a little surprised, but at the same time, she knew what she was doing.
The San Francisco native now charged with child sexually abusive activity and using a computer to commit a crime, given a high bond of $100,000, no 10%.
This case is a stark reminder of how important it is for parents to be aware of what their children's online activity is.
99% of these cases are male predators trying to lure female children, but the grooming is all the same.
You say 99%. 99%, and this is BS too, but 99% is male predators. Y'all play too much.
Predators trying dollars, no 10%.
This case is a stark reminder of how important it is for parents to be aware of what their children's online activity is.
99% of these cases are male predators trying.
Oh, so she's not wrong. My bad, she said 99% of those cases are male predators. Okay, I'm with you when it's those. Woo, we know that these ladies is getting caught in a hole, like not just what they are talking about, but in a hole is not 99%, but what she's talking about is. All right, cool.
Trying to lure female children, but the grooming is all the same.
It may be exciting, but it's very, very dangerous, and we would encourage anybody to tell someone, tell your parents, tell a teacher, tell the police.
Do y'all think that that officer would have used the term exciting for the young boy to talk to the girl if it was the other way around, if it was a young girl talking to a grown man? Do you think he would have used the word, it may be exciting, because he's talking about the 15-year-old. Just want y'all to pay attention to words out here.
Sin and the teen never had any physical contact, all because he spoke up.
I give him all the credit in the world for telling somebody, because he took a predator off the street.
Sin was given that high bond of $100,000 cash. No.
You say it's more like 70% male, 30% female. Okay, that sounds a little bit better.
Oh, 10%. The courts did that. They want to make sure that she shows up for her court dates, considering she is a flight risk, being all the way from San Francisco. Reporting live, Jessica Dupnack, Fox 2 News.
Yeah, Jessica, thank goodness this teen spoke up, and that's a good lesson for anyone else out there who's a teenager who gets this kind of an approach to say something. Do police know if there are any other victims?
Well, you know, you've been covering these stories long enough where there's one victim.
Say the 15-year-old told because that monkey was below average.
There's possibly others. Novi police say this is absolutely an open investigation. If anybody here locally recognized Stephanie Sin, give Novi police a call.
Shout out to Stephanie out here in these streets. Say, damn, that bitch was by me. I missed her. Yep. Listen. They're telling the teens to tell and all that sucker shit right there. I keep trying to explain to people. People want to do what the law say you cannot do. They tell grown folks you shouldn't be attracted to the teenagers. They typically... Hell, they never tell the teenagers that they shouldn't be attracted to adults. Have y'all ever heard, now that I'm sitting here thinking, have you ever heard in school that you should not be attracted to adults? I don't think I've ever heard that before. I don't know what's going on in school now or ever since I've been in school. Maybe they are, but I doubt it because it'll be on social media. But I've never heard them say you should not be attracted to adults. Let me explain something to you, because they understand that teens are attracted to adults. Our favorite entertainers. They grown. Our favorite singers, our athletes, they grown. Who show up to the concerts? Teenagers. They get dropped off. And they tend to take panties off and throw them to the adults at the concerts. They get the backstage passes. They come without panties. I guess I just been on Earth long enough to have saw a lot of things in my day. I'm just saying. Shout out to Vincent for the $2 cash out. Say for the 15-year-old boy. Willie say, hush, that's what's up. Listen, let me talk to Stephanie real quick. Sugar, look here, baby. Look here, baby. And I'm about to say, free my dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about it. Because I had to go to the state of Michigan because that's where she flew in at. Baby, the problem will be you've been grooming or talking to from the age of 14. I don't even think that you... Can you groom a 14-year-old now? Like now, like in 2022, can you really groom a teenager now? Because they already hunching. They already trying to hunch. They're porn free. They can look up whatever they want to know. Can you really? I don't know. But anyway, the state of Michigan, the legal age of consent for sexual activity is 16. Baby, all you had to do was wait one more mango season, baby. But you decided to spend that paper on the plane and the Airbnb. She bought the Airbnb for a month, baby. When I tell you that baby was going to do her best, that baby was going to spoil that baby. That baby was going to come up pregnant. I'm trying to tell you, listen. That baby was going to get it in 2-3 times a day out here in the goddamn street. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's why I say Stephanie Sin, S-I-N. Say her last name was Sin. What do you expect? What did you expect? I'm trying to tell you. Houston in the building. What's happening? Yeah. She was going to handle that business. Now, a lot of people will look at me and other people and be like, well, Willie, how could you speak about this type of situation about adults dealing with the teens and stuff? You're talking about it as a joke, and I just want to let you know, in case you're new around here, we don't pretend to care. We don't do that right there because, again, we do allow them to become parents. And as long, in my mind, as we allow 13-year-olds and on up to become parents, the laws say that they can hunch people their age. So since the laws say that people can hunch that their age, and like there's typically no difference in the penis and a monkey from those ages, I don't really see the problem. Personally, I really don't. But because there's laws here, we got to follow the laws. I'm just saying. So I think she's 33. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. But this is just goes to show, and I will continue to show y'all, people like what they like. Because people will call her and women and men who deal with the teens as predators. So what do you call the teens that deal with the adults? Or do we not label them anything? Because if they can't be held responsible for doing that illegal activity, then they shouldn't be held responsible for shooting your children, robbing your stores, putting you on high-speed chases and tearing up some shit. We should not charge them with anything. Illegal. My thing, if one thing's illegal, and then, damn it, if we said this is illegal, they also need to be charged with this activity. Notice something. He's been talking to her since he was 14. It's illegal, right? Just pointing this out. But, baby, listen, they done gave you a $100,000 bond. They don't want 10%, bitch. They want the whole thing, baby. They want the whole thing. They said, shit, if you can get on the plane and you can pay for an Airbnb for a month, bitch, you might can come up with the whole thing, baby. You know what I'm saying? Say, if that was a $33 53-year-old man, he would have been judged this morning 25 years. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. And typically, that's why we do think that the numbers is higher for men. But not really. See, because we tend to not trust men so much, we miss a beat because we put our children in the hands of people who we would think would never, ever, ever. Because they got a monkey, so they feel like they can't penetrate the child. Because, you know, a lot of people think that women can't rape children because they don't have a penis. That's the thought process of society. That's why they don't mind giving the children to the women, to the females, because they feel like they cannot be done that way. They cannot be molested in that manner. And truth be told, it is more of them that is filling on your churn, hunching your churn, getting impregnated by your churn than the men who you think are the problem. I'm just trying to help. Your aunties them been getting away with this shit a long goddamn time. You love auntie though. That's what's up. If you ask some of us boys about our aunties, maybe anonymously we might tell you. Don't get it twisted. I'm here to help. Listen, we got to move it right along. Hell, we got one more, and then I'm going to get into that main little piece because we're talking about churn. And since we're talking about churn, let me go ahead and put this here up on the screen because they say that there's a shortage. There is a baby formula shortage. I didn't know I like to keep up with these things so I can tell y'all about it. And because I found this, I got to tell y'all about it. You say that paycheck would have been mine. I'm not snitching. Say the 615 is in the building. Say, what's up, Willie? I'm chilling. Appreciate y'all for being here. Here we go. And shout out to Vincent for the $2 cash out. Say, actually, if you are new around here, it's fuck them churn. I'm trying to tell you something. Ain't nobody really care about these goddamn kids, but we love them, though.
Counter this, a baby formula shortage, and it has some stores rationing their already limited supplies. It also has moms scrambling to find options to feed their newborns.
They get the moms. Moms is scrambling to find options to feed their newborns. I want y'all to just think about that when they say moms. People with two breasts, typically. Two breasts. People who lactate, typically. But go ahead.
Stressful. So News4Jax went to several local stores to see what the situation looks like here in Northeast Florida. And you can see shelves. They're not completely wiped out, but...
Say it's a shortage because most chests is plastic now. Damn, that's a good point.
Well, they're far from full. Nationally, stores are reporting nearly 30% of baby formula products are out of stock. That's up from just 8% a year ago.
News4Jax reporter Brianna Andrews joins us live. And Brianna, it's not just retailers, distributors are also facing shortages.
There are limited options for newborns, especially
limited options to feed newborn babies. I want y'all to really understand right now. Say some breast milk got Henny in it.
Those with allergies who depend on specialized formulas. Now, mothers that we spoke with say they're running out of options.
It is incredibly frustrating because in today's day and age, I'm not able to feed my child.
This is reality.
Did y'all hear the word? I'm just going off the words. I'm going off what she said. In this day and age, I cannot feed my child. Whoa. Them things that I think that's your hubby right there, your boyfriend or the player who peed in you. Well, he might not know that it's his unless he got... Get your DNA tests. You know what I'm saying, cuz we don't know. But, baby, you got them things that we like to suck on. Sometimes.
For moms like Ashley Alston who have newborns at home. In most stores, baby formula is either out of stock or there's a limit to how much you can buy. But this shortage goes beyond what's available on grocery stores.
Say breast milk is always best. Absolutely. Breast milk has drugs and alcohol in it.
I can't even get it from the actual manufacturer.
Ashley Olsen's baby suffers from allergies and uses specialized formula called Enfamil Promino. It can only
Enfamil Promino. Shout out to all the mamas out there who using Enfamil Promino and just or Enfamil.
only get purchased directly from the distributor.
I placed the order with them like I usually do monthly on March 22nd, and then they told me yesterday that they are not going to start shipping until April 25th, between the 25th and the 27th, and my son is down to 1 can of formula.
Bitch, you got 1 can of milk, baby. He said everyone is on essential products. I'm trying to tell you, even the churn. Even the churn on essentials. That baby say she down to 1 can. What am I going to do? Y'all, listen. We is in the freest country. Wait. We is in the freest country in the world, Craig. You down to 1 can and you don't know what you gonna feed your child. You say, Willie Wordsmith Williams, I'm just in here listening. I appreciate that right now. Look.
Yvonne Garcia is also facing the same issue. Her baby uses a specialized lactose and hyperallergenic formula.
Specialized lactose and hyperallergenic, the stuff that she said. Why don't you just use your titty? I don't. I get. Or maybe she can't. She can only use products that's being made. She can't use her titty. She can only use like cow milk and shit like that from whole nother species. I will still never understand it because I think that we is the only species on the planet that drank someone else's milk from another species. Well, milk from another species. Educate me if I'm wrong. But yeah. So you better go find a cow and milk them.
It can be purchased in store, but in the past month, she hasn't been able to find any.
The past 3 times we've been to Walmart, Target, they have not had this formula yet, and I have 2 cans left.
Retailers say
She got 2 cans left, bitch. You don't know what. Baby, listen, you got to keep cutting it. You got to cut that shit. Listen, I know you probably been doing like, I think it's like 2 scoops per bottle that you make. Baby, you got to cut that shit. Damn it, you got to put a scoop, and the closer you get to the end, you got to put a half a scoop in water, because water is better than the goddamn powder anyway. But you know what I'm saying. You're trying to make your baby sleep and shit, and you don't know what else to do.
Asian supply chain shortages and product recalls are behind the shortage. Garcia says this isn't right.
There's no need for us to be searching hours away for different stores, and
it's not right that the stores don't have what you need to feed your child. As a mother, it's a difference if it was a single father with the newborn. It's a man should be the only one. Watch this. A man should be the only one who can make that argument that it's not fair that there isn't milk, the powder milk and shit like that right there for me to feed my child, because I cannot produce milk. Or it should be for the man and or females who cannot, and I mean cannot produce milk. That should be the argument. Only for those 2 groups.
Texting people, trying to scrummage around and see if we can find formula. It's just not fair.
It's not. Well, I got to bag you up because I like what you said, but I really didn't.
No need for us to be searching hours of
recalls, chain shortages, and product recalls are behind the shortage. Garcia says this isn't right.
There's no need for us to be searching hours away for different stores and texting people, trying to scrummage around and see if we can find formula. It's just not fair to us at all whatsoever.
It's not fair to you mamas who need to feed your child when you have the tools to feed your child. And I'm speaking about the mothers who lactate, who have the ability to lactate. That's who I'm talking to right now. Or talking about.
And both moms say
they use Gorilla milk.
Know people who are struggling to find standard formula right now to get through this. They're trading with other local mom groups and trying to salvage what they have. They're also relying on their pediatricians and asking for help there as well. Reporting
They need help from a pediatrician to figure out what the hell we're going to do with our specialized formula that we cannot get anymore because somebody told us our child needs specialized formula that can only come from a manufacturer. Say, what did people do 100 years ago? Yup. And do y'all really understand that these new age people really don't know that they used to use breasts? Like people that, when I tell y'all we have been trained, we have been lied to, trained, and programmed that where now if you see a woman with a titty out feeding her child, it is, what's the word that they be using? It is like, it, damn it, it hurt your feelings. I think it start with a C. Damn it, it make people feel some kind of way because it's a titty out. Now I understand if the titty just ain't cute, but you might feel some type of way. But damn it, what is the word I was looking for? Oh no, yeah, damn it, it start with an O. Offensive. Yeah. People is offended by a tit being out feeding a child in public. We have been trained to be upset to see a tit feeding a baby. Wow. That's what's up.
I've Brianna Andrews, Channel 4.
Thank you, Brianna.
The local station.
That's what's up. Say essential breast milk out here, a breast pump. You know what I'm saying? Like, but people like to say, well, it hurts and I can't do it. Yeah. It can hurt. But you decide to become a mom of them. Oh, because you watch other people make formula, make bottles of shit out of powder. You get all the nutrition that you need out of powder. That's what's up. Say people are so weak emotionally. It's sad as fuck. I'm trying to tell you. It's a titty act. Oh my God. I can't function. Damn it, her titty out. Whoa. But the baby got the titty in the mouth and I think it's against the law to breastfeed in certain places. I'm confused. But we failed for that shit and they voted. Listen, they voted on a lot of this stuff here. And you women went for it. I want y'all to really understand. You women, and typically women get things changed in the law more than men do. They really, really do. I give y'all that. Do y'all understand there was more? Watch this. There was more women arguing about the Don't Say Gay bill, even though the goddamn bill don't say gay. It was more of them arguing what to teach your child between K through 3rd grade. There was more women arguing that bill than women arguing to have the right to feed their child breast milk in public. Say they got Enfamil locked up in Walmart for a reason. I'm trying to tell you something. Hashtag breastfeeding babies matter. Do y'all understand what they were arguing? They arguing that you teach your child about gender and other people's genders and shit like that right there. They stomping the parade round shit. They banners up. They marching and shit. They ain't got their banners up and marching about breastfeeding. That's what's up. It is a shame that people is running out of options on how to feed their children. And I will tell anybody this because it's not just about breast milk, y'all. The way we argue about the food shortages, y'all do know that that's a us fault. That's a our fault. Because, again, we've been trained to put our food situation, something that you need, you can't avoid food, to put our food situation in other people's hands, to put it in corporations' hands and major farmers' hands, which is still the corporations. We failed. We went to going with that, well, we could just go to the store and get everything we need. We don't need to grow shit. We as a people, so we should not even argue that there's a shortage. But I do understand the argument because people was raised just going to the store. Because we've been trained and we got out of being self-sufficient. They done tricked us out of our goddamn livelihood. I'm trying to tell you something, they smart. The system's smart. The system and or the corporations and or the politicians is smart. They made shit easier for you. And when people make things easy for you, hashtag our government also, they can cut shit off. And when they cut food off, you're gonna have a real problem out here in these streets. A real problem. A lot of people, they don't like to stockpile. I do understand. A lot of people, they don't want to spend money that they're not going to see the benefit of it now, but that's why it's called stockpiling. But you can't tell nobody nothing. I do understand that. A lot of people, they don't have room. Well, a lot of people do not make room for things that is needed. Let me tell you something. Like, a lot of people will tell you, well, hell, you need to have like 3 to 6 months worth of bill money, emergency funds. And that's true. You rarely hear people say you need to have 3 to 6 months worth of food. Say people gonna start eating squirrels and cats when that food shortage hit. I'm trying to tell you something. People, and I would just like to tell people this here too. If you're not gonna stockpile on food, another good thing is to stockpile on ammunition. See, a lot of people don't have houses to make room, Willie. Yes. Watch this though. You can take a closet with containers. You can overbuy canned goods. You can overbuy rice. You can get your 50-pound bags of rice. Now, we do got room for 50-pound bags of rice. Buy you 6 of them. And you might not even be a rice eater, but we're talking about in a crisis. Your ass gonna eat what you can eat. I'm trying to help. Shout out to Teresa for the $3 cash app. I appreciate that right there. I'm trying to help. And for those of you who do stockpile, make sure you stockpile on ammunition too. Because the people who only stockpile on ammunition is coming for the people who stockpile on food. Because now eating is the mission every day. I'm trying to help. You never know, like I've said, you never know when they're going to cut the lights out in this mug. I'm trying to tell you, and you don't want to be slipping too hard. So we gave control up to how we feed the newborns. We gave control up to how we eat as adults. We got to go to somebody else to feed us. I want y'all to hear that again. We have to go to someone else to feed us. We don't know how to plant. We don't know how to grow shit. But we cute though. We ballin'. We chasing the bag though. Shout out to Ray for the $1 cash app. Say, Granny taught me how to raise chickens and garden. I'm trying to tell you something. I'm glad I came up with a big mama. A real big mama in the 60s and 70s. Both grandmas and shit. You know what I'm saying. Okay, we had to go outside. Hell, we had to shuck peas. All right. We had to pick strawberries. We had to bring in the collard greens. out the backyard. The lettuce, the tomatoes, the peppers, potatoes, all type. Listen, moving right along, y'all, 'cause we run out of time. I done ran my goddamn mouth too much, but listen here. What are they teaching? What are the schools teaching your babies? Watch this.
Now, if the last 2 weeks have taught us anything, it's that the left is obsessed with teaching children about sexual and gender identity. In private schools, it's dubbed a queer inclusive curriculum.
She said private school. Shout out to everybody who's sending their children to private school because you believe that it is a better place for your children to learn. For the most part, it is. But for the other part, we such good parents that we do not look at the curriculum that the schools is teaching because we such good parents. We don't pay attention to that right there, but go ahead.
It's being secretly rolled out without parents' knowledge by the National Association of Independent Schools. Now, here's part of a workshop that's just now coming to light. They start them real young.
They start them really young.
With the younger children starting in pre-K, we talk about their bodies, about the parts that they were born with.
Pre-K.
About penises and vaginas and whether that makes somebody a boy or a girl, but also their feelings. What do they feel like inside? Do they feel like a boy or a girl? What does their head say? Does their head and their heart and their body match up?
Shout out to Chari. I think that's how you pronounce it, for the $5 super chat. I appreciate that right there. Do y'all understand that this is pre-K? We doing gender identity. Listen, they want to know, and this is a problem that I also had with religion, because they keep speaking of the heart. The heart, and in case you don't know, let me help because I'm real educated. Listen, the heart pumps blood. That's it.
Their body match up.
They want to see if their hearts and bodies, damn it, listen to it.
They were born with, about penises and vaginas and whether that makes somebody a boy or a girl, but also their feelings. What do they feel like inside? Do they feel like a boy or a girl? What does their head say? Does their head and their heart and their body match up?
Does their head, their heart, and their body match up to what they are? Do y'all understand? Your heart has no other use. It's an organ that boop, 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 pumps blood. I know we've been trained that, oh, it's the matters of the heart, and that's that dumb shit that we say. Our thoughts come from the brain. That's why it's the most important. I do believe that it's the most important part of the body. Just in my mind.
How dare they? Well, what on earth? Thanks to Breitbart, by the way, for publishing this. Now, this isn't going to go over well. Remember what happened when moms and dads across America, by the way, of both political persuasions, saw what happened in Florida, where Disney opposed Governor DeSantis' parental rights and education bill. The law that Disney finds so horrifying merely prohibits sexually explicit instruction for 5 to 8-year-olds, including stuff like this.
Hold on. Shout out to Ginger for the $1.99 cash out. Say, my daddy taught me how to hunt and fish. I'm trying to tell you, if you don't know how to fish, you got to go talk to somebody out here and they got no script. I'm trying to tell you something. But Disney, here we go.
Second grade, we move on explicitly to gender identity and talk about it again in terms of your head and your heart and your body parts matching up.
Your head, heart, and body parts need to match up. To who? To what? So they are, listen, and people will say that they are not trying to direct children into this gender argument and shit like that right there. Just in my mind, in my opinion, they is trying to change. I think they're trying to gain more LGBT members. Shout out to Sandra Jean. I think that's how you pronounce it. Sandra Jean 955 for the $5 super chat. Say chromosome male XY, female XX. Simple. It really is.
And does that work for you?
And does it work for you? A 5 to 8 year old, you ask them, do that work for them? They are the children.
What happens if it doesn't? And
what happens if it doesn't? They parents have a conversation with them, not the schools. In my opinion, it should not happen that way. Legal pedophilia, I like that. Why is y'all even talking about this anyway?
The kids draw wonderful self-portraits again, but dealing with all aspects of their identity, including specifically their gender identity.
Who talks to a 3-year-old like that? Exactly. Why is y'all so interested in gender from pre-K to the 3rd grade? Why? Why? And people is really not asking that question. Why? Why they can't be who they already are before you come in manipulating their thought process of the gender that they came to school as. See, because when they came to school, they was boy and or girl. They knew it. Their parents taught them that. They learned it at home. They learned by watching their mama. They learned by watching their daddy or the boyfriend or something. They learned by watching siblings. They knew when they went to school, there was a boy and or a girl. What y'all is doing, in my opinion, you're trying to manipulate what and who they already are. I think this is absurd, and I don't know another word to say, but go ahead.
Now, gone are the days when they're just teaching about human reproduction. Now, by 5th grade, they're taught about sexual expression and more on identity.
5th grade.
Gender expression is what you share with the world. It's something that you can change from day to day. It's completely up to you.
Why do you... 5th graders, how old do you have to be in the 5th grade? Is it 10? I think it's 10. You say you can change this shit up every day if you want to. Hold on. Back it a smidget. Think just smidget. Watch it.
Sexual expression and more on identity.
Gender expression is what you share with the world. It's something that you can change from day to day.
Why should a 10-year-old express their gender? And why would you tell a child that you can express your gender and change your expression every day? Say 9, 10, somebody say 15 in the 5th grade. That's what's up. Shout out to Chari. Damn it, I think that's how you pronounce it now. For the $5 super chat. Say, what the F gotta match up if you got meat? If you got meat, you on the... If you got meat, you on the male side. If you got a monkey, you on the baby side. What's so damn confused? I'm trying to tell you, it's simple.
It's completely up to you. Sexual orientation is who you are emotionally and physically attracted to.
So gender expression and sexual orientation is 2 whole different things. That's what's up. Or it's who you're attracted to. They're talking about 5th graders. They are talking about who 5th graders are attracted to. I don't think we listen a lot. We really don't. Yeah, China is teaching masculinity. China ain't with that suck shit. What do you mean who my 5th grader is attracted to? I do know children are attracted to males and females. I get it. Why in the fuck is you talking to my child about it?
We talk about gender identity specifically with the gender unicorn this time, talking about things as a continuum.
The gender unicorn. Now, by the time the kids get into middle school, they're then bombarded by efforts to undo any semblance of traditional values that their parents might have taught them. Teachers and administrators, often with very fun personalities, by the way, are eager to share their own experiences with sexual and gender identity, like this assistant principal in Burlington, Vermont.
Students call me AP Ellis since I don't use gendered pronouns in my name.
That's a grown-ass woman talking about she don't use gender pronouns in her name, and she's assistant principal.
I personally identify both as gender nonconforming and gender non-binary, in that I do not feel just female or male, but I feel a mix of that within myself.
She feel a mix of male and female. You think that you're both. That's what's up. Do you think?
Then this complaint about misgendering.
As a trans person, it does get really tiresome in conversations where I'm being misgendered and I'm carrying the discomfort of another adult for their mistake, and sort of have to take the burden of the discomfort of that.
You have to take the burden of discomfort according to how you look. Can somebody explain to me what the problem is? You look like a woman. You just look like one of our stud sisters. It is what it is, baby. You look like a female. You sound like a female. So now misgendering you, you can be misgender according to how you look. I have a beard. Beards, typically, I know it's some females with beards. That's what's up. You're handsome too. I think nobody would misgender me because I look male. Now if I shave this shit off, put on a nice little lace front and shit, and have the wet and wavy shit, somebody might, a lot of people may say, well, that's a woman. According to how you look is how people categorize you. We see a dog, we say, damn, that's a dog. We see a cat, it's a cat. What is we doing?
And again, I think kids do a really miraculous job.
I did a middle school teacher, a middle school assistant principal. I identify as gender non-binary. Here's where the problem come in at also. When you have to explain what gender non-binary is, we already have a problem. Gender non-binary. I identify. There's a difference in what you are and what you identify as. Listen, you can do what you want to do. We talking about the children right now.
Of not doing that.
Okay, I got it. Children who don't misgender are miraculous. Because they haven't been ruined by their more traditional parents. I understand.
Yeah.
Now remember, these schools are educating the next generation of educators. Got to get them on board. Got to get them on message.
I'm going to open the door for our student panelists to weigh in here.
I feel respected with my gender, but I definitely think that we should talk about it more outside and like more throughout different classes during the day.
Do y'all know that she's having a conversation? This is middle school. She's having a conversation on Zoom and shit like that right there. Talking about gender to the children.
Middle school, and I have a younger sibling in 4th grade, and I'm not 100% sure what their pronouns are.
Don't know what her siblings' problems are because they're different than her.
Why are these people so invested in pushing these concepts on children of any age? Now, they seem to forget that parents pay the salaries of these teachers and the school board members.
Yes, we do.
And now it's up to parents to get informed and speak up.
You say they mixing Star Wars talk with Star Trek talk. I'm trying to tell you, it's crazy.
Some already are. Families across America are swearing off Disney.
They seem to think are pleasing everyone, when if they actually spoke to the people in the park, they'd find out they're not.
It is the parents' jobs to teach their children on the society of the norms and of the norms of their household.
I think they need to stay out of politics.
Thank you.
But Mouseland isn't backing down. They're more afraid of offending radical activists than they are the families who buy those really, really expensive park hopper passes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. We're going to see how that all works out for Disney.
Really
Marketing sneakers or those goofy mouse ears to kids, that's one thing. But marketing complicated topics of sexuality and gender, that's grooming. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Joy Reid doesn't like that language. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
Conservative political operatives have figured out what riles up their base, the fake threat that progressives are trying to indoctrinate their children, to groom them to become gay or trans.
She say the fake thing, believing that society and the people that teaching the children is trying to groom them. We just heard what they are teaching from pre-K up. I would kind of think that you're trying to groom my children too.
These terms, indoctrination, grooming, predator, accusing innocent people of being pedophiles or being soft on pedophiles.
And how do we know that they are innocent? You're making an assumption. And this is why so many kids get violated anyway, because we is under the assumption that the people who is teaching them and training them and coaching them ain't like that.
It is all so a very specific trigger for a group that is sinking its teeth into our political discourse.
Mixed metaphors aside, whatever term you want to use to describe what they're doing, it's having a dramatic effect on our young people. How else do you explain that today 20% of Gen Z identifies as LGBTQ+, which is double that of millennials, 5 times more than Gen X, and 10 times those who identify as such among the baby boomers. They're born.
The baby boomers is older than me.
Right. Well, we all know.
And they is 2.6% who identifies as LGBT.
Oh, what influence peddling looks like in the political context, right? We see it. We know it. It's why China paid Hunter Biden all that money, and why the Clinton Foundation got all those big contributions from places like Saudi Arabia and Qatar.
I think that was pretty much
Well, what's happening in our schools is sexual influence peddling.
Yeah.
And if you want to protect your kids, you have to get up to speed on what your kids are being subjected to at school.
As a preschool teacher, a drag king, and as a member of the LGBTQ community, how do I feel about the new legislations for, like, the Don't Say Gay bill? I don't care what the government tells me to do. I am going to do what I think is best for the health and safety of my kids.
Did y'all just hear that? Regardless of what the government says, I'm going to do what's best. What's best for the health and safety of her kids. The government said in Florida that you cannot teach the gender stuff. And once again, the bill never said don't say gay. This is a narrative that they continue to push. It's a don't say gay bill. It's a don't say gay. No. They changed it. They pushing a don't say gay. And that's why New York dumbass mayor talking about, well, you can move up here to where you can say gay. Boy, don't nobody want to live in that high-ass place. What the fuck you talking about? You mean to tell me that our good Floridians is going to move to New York? Where y'all shit triple and quadruple in rent and mortgages? Lost your goddamn mind. But yeah. Even he fell for the dumb shit. Don't say gay. It doesn't say gay. It does not say that. Words is really important. Y'all, she's going to go against the parents and the government about your children.
And if you want to protect your kids, you have to get up to speed on what your kids are being subjected to at school.
As a preschool teacher, a drag king, and as a
preschool teacher, I'm glad that you just put it up there. As a preschool teacher, A drag king is a male impersonator. I've never heard drag king. I've heard drag queen. I'm glad that you caught that because you just said it right there.
Member of the LGBTQ community, how do I feel about the new legislations for like the Don't Say Gay bill? I don't care what the government tells me to do. I am going to do what I think is best for the health and safety of my kids.
So is this person telling us the health and the safety of our kids is to teach them about gender in preschool? How does that keep the children safe? How does that keep the children healthy? I would have no idea. Shout out to Sosa for the $1.99 super chat. Say that's why us as parents need to teach our own. You absolutely correct. Say, what? Damn it. Did I miss that one or did you do two? Oh, you did too. Shout out to Sosa for the $1.99 super chat. Say they have drags reading to kids. Yes, they do. They have drag queens reading to kids, especially out in California and shit like that right there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Sosa for the $1.99 super chat. Say Chad Bono was drag king. Now he changed to a man. Yes, he did.
Well,
yes.
First, we love all people, whatever you believe,
Yes,
whatever
we do.
you are, we love all of humankind.
Well, we don't lie about loving people. We don't just throw out that lie shit, that love shit. We ain't really. In my mind, you can do what you want to do. You can do what you want to do. Shout out to my LGBT community and all that shit right there. That's what's up. But the way that y'all putting this shit inside the schools, again, we got to get them young. And I do understand when you got to get them young because you need to indoctrinate them early. I get it. But then you can't sit back and tell me that this is not indoctrination. You can't do it to me.
But I will say this, the left has gotten itself so tangled up with some of the more radical, confused elements in society that they are now offering absurdly contorted defenses of all this.
Adopting the slogan, "Save the Children," which of course sounds perfectly noble, innocent enough on its face, but as Associated Press reports, has actually become a dog whistle to QAnon supporters. This is QAnon all the way down. Republicans are repurposing old smears to taint Democrats as part of a shadowy cabal of child sex abusers.
What is he talking about?
I have no idea. I was just gonna say, hey, I went too far with the damn video. Who the hell calling me? Shout out to Passion for the $2 cash app. Say it's the midday swing. Hey, everybody, I appreciate that right now. Listen.
No one's saying any. I don't know anyone saying any of that.
Shout out to Sosa for the $1.99 super chat. Say not loving everyone, but I'm tolerant. I don't care what you do. I'm trying to tell you something. Listen. I don't hate. I just don't love everyone. Man, do you?
What we are saying is that children should go to school to learn how to read and write, to learn math and science and wonderful history.
Yep.
And we are saying that their innocence is worth protecting.
Yes.
Marinating our kids in lessons on gender inclusivity and sexual expression, it's not going to help them succeed in this ever-competitive world we live in.
No, it's not.
And it goes without saying that everyone, and I mean everyone, should feel safe in school. Bullying should never be tolerated. But the bullies today are often those who refuse to respect parental boundaries. Those who seek to destroy a kid's innocence in the name of tolerance. Parents we've spoken with have had enough, and they're mobilizing. And to help them, we have created the Ingram Angle Parent Portal.
Y'all can use the parent portal if you choose to. I'm not going to finish the video out because we is out of time out here in this street. Shout out to Ryan for the $5 cash app. Say this scary. Say I got an 8-year-old boy. Shots fired. I'm trying to tell you something. Listen. I know us as good parents, we typically do not watch the curriculum that our school, the curriculum of the schools that our children go to. We don't be in the teacher parent damn it, the teacher parent conference and all that. We ain't showing up to open house and all that dumb shit like that. I ain't nobody got time for that right now. You know what I'm saying? We not them type of parents. But, and I'm not saying that this is the only thing that you need to be concerned about at the school. You need to know the curriculum for your children, whether they is teaching gender identity or not. That's something that you just need to know, because they can slip some other shit in there. You got to be careful. Shout out to C. Valerio for the 99 cents super chat. I appreciate that right there. You know what I'm saying? So listen. This is just one of them things, the way they slide it in. And if it's us people, like in the media, us people is not watching this type of stuff so we can get this stuff out to the masses, a lot of people, they will not know. A lot of people, they will just think everything is going good because their child comes home. How was your day? Oh, it was excellent. Did you learn anything? Yes. Look. Can I help you with homework? No, I really can't help you with homework. But I'm just saying, we think everything is okay because our child didn't get beat up today. Our child is not being bullied. The teacher didn't call home. The teacher didn't send home a bad message or something like that right there. We think everything's good. I think eventually they will tell the parents that you can't even question your child about what goes on in school. And I'm here to tell you, you need to be questioning your child about what goes on in school. Because if I'm not mistaken, the thing that transpired out in California, where they was trying to pass the law to be able to, I think it was back then, teach, have the drag queens come in and teach their children. And parents was like, okay, if you're going to do this, let us know what days that you're going to do it so we can opt out. They said, no, we're not letting y'all know nothing, and you can't opt out. Do y'all know they still pass that goddamn law? Why? Because the parents failed. The parents failed. That's why they passed it. Shout out to Deuce on 2 Wheels for the $1.99 super chat. So get the thumbs up, likes up, family. I appreciate that right there. Listen, y'all. I've had a wonderful time, and I hope that I was able to teach you some or at least bring you some information that you did not know. This is what I'm trying to do around here, and this is what we do in the midday for y'all to enjoy. I appreciate y'all for being with the player. Remember. Y'all have a good day. Typically, I would say my line, but I'm deciding not to say my line today. I appreciate who support me, and whoever support me, continue to support me. Just tell somebody about a player around here in the goddamn screen. That's what's up. Remember, watch your goddamn kids. Pay attention, man. I appreciate y'all for rocking. Y'all, I'm out of here. Y'all have a good one. We say, great show. I appreciate that right there. I try to do the best that I can. I'm gone.